Hot?
Yeah, it's very hot.
I think in the morning, just some coffee and some buns. That's all the breakfast that you typically need in Mangalore. Toast and coffee, but that's our version, our South Canara version of the toast, the banana buns. Well, she liked the Moode so much that she decided to do an encore. And towards the end, when you have no palya to pair with that dosa, that's when that chutney comes handy. You start paying a little more attention to it. Good place for breakfast?
Yeah.
Woodlands?
Woodlands, yeah.
What does one eat here?
Woodlands is quite
nice. What is special?
Special pongal is uppittu, sheera is.
Sheera is. Mother is there? Moode is.
Moode is. Buns is. Banana buns.
ಎರಡು ಕಾಫಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಎರಡು ಕಾಫಿ.
ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಫಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ.
ಕಾಫಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ.
ಒಂದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬನ್ಸ್ ತನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ 1 by 1 ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ.
ಬನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎರಡು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್.
ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಸರಿ, ಇದು ಸರ್ ಬನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂಡಿ ತನ್ನಿ.
ಬನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಕಾಫಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೆಸ್ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಫಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನು?
My name is Shashidhar.
Shashidhar, thank you. Well, the place from the outside looked very quiet, but on the inside it's packed with happy diners. On Instagram, you follow my Instagram? Yeah. What's your name? Aryan. So what's your favorite food? Everything. Nice. You like biryani? What's your favorite biryani? Veg biryani. Veg biryani say dalla, madam. Nice to meet you, Aryan. Great to meet you.
I thought I'll have Mitra Samaj buns, but I don't know.
This is like a bonus.
Yeah.
It's a bonus bun bush. So in Mangalore, they call them buns. Everywhere else they call them banana buns or they call them Mangalore buns. I don't know why. I don't know if it was first made in Mangalore. I'm not sure. Both Shri and I are, we need our first cup of coffee in the morning. Not as strong as I would like it to be, but still okay.
Mine is actually very nice and strong. Mine is stronger than yours. You see?
Coffee exchange. Yours is sweeter though. Hot?
Yeah, it's very hot. Very nice.
Yeah. You see that? The aroma, right, of that fried maida and then the banana. There's a tiny sliver of crispness on the outside and it's quite soft, quite bready within. What's interesting though that the crispness, although it's only on the outside and it's quite bready within, I can taste its crisp bite till the very end. And there's some jeera that you see in that. The cumin, that is the only spice that goes into this fermented fried bread. The buns, the banana buns. So there's sugar, but what is important is the ripeness of the banana. The banana has to be extremely ripe. So this is basically the South Canara version of the banana bread. on the banana muffin.
Idli ಇದೆ, mini idli ಇದೆ, rava idli ಇದೆ, buns ಇದೆ.
Dosae yadu.
Dosae masala dosa, sab dosa, plain dosa, ghee masala, butter masala, onion, tomato, pepper masala dosa, ghee masala dosa.
I'll have one more Moode dosa.
Ghee dosa.
No, ghee masala dosa.
Ghee masala dosa.
Okay, on Moode.
On Moode, on ghee masala
On
dosa.
ghee masala dosa.
Pongal ಇದೆ, preparation, rice pongal.
He's unraveling that Moode. How is it?
Nice.
So the good Moode, there's always a little more of the udana bede. The urad dal is more. That's why it becomes like very soft. That is combined with that akki tari. And then the aroma of that screw pine leaf, I think, which is what typically goes into the wrapping of that Moode. I think this would also make for a nice dip into the coffee. The bitterness of the coffee cuts to the sweetness of the bun. I wish my coffee was a little more stronger, and then it would have afflicted that banana buns with a little more of its coffee here. I think in the morning, just some coffee and some buns, that's all the breakfast that you typically need.
Chili in mango.
Mango. Toast and coffee, but that's our version, our South Canara version of the toast, the banana buns.
And sambar is very good.
Yeah. What happens also is once you taste the buns, right, it has some sweetness. So that relatively cuts down the sweetness of the coffee. And because it cuts down the sweetness of the coffee then tastes a little stronger.
Maybe what we can do is we can have one more bun, mango bun, and then you can have stronger version.
No, this is perfect. I think the mangalore bun, if possible, we should go to Ghee Masala dosa. Moode. ಇದು ಎಲೆಗೆ ಏನು ಕರೀತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ?
ಎಲೆಗೆ ಕೇದಿಗೆ ಎಲೆ ಅಂತ. ಕೇದಿಗೆ ಎಲೆ.
ಕೇದಿಗೆ ಎಲೆ. Well, she liked the Moode so much that she decided to do an encore.
It's so hot.
Huh?
I think it retains its. Normally we just get cold fast. Whereas this one will not. It will retain its heat for a longer time.
If you open the whole thing, it'll dry up. Unravel it slowly as you eat it. That's how people eat a Moode. You should not open it fully. Then the steam will go away.
Okay.
You're on my camera. Akshay says that we should try the Moode and the buns. Yeah.
And there's also South Canara special is neer dosa.
Neer dosa. Do you work here?
Huh?
Do you work here?
No.
But I like the passion with which you come here often.
Yes.
Yeah. So your favorite is the buns and the
Moode.
Moode. Fantastic. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
See you. Happy eating.
Thanks. Same to you.
Thank you. On that note, I'm going to dig into my dosae. Plenty of the niruli. I can also spot some peas there in that palya. So dosa that's rather thin and crisp in its texture. There's a bit of the green chili spice that I'm tasting in that palya. I think they're quite measured in the ghee, the tuppa that goes into it. You can taste a tinge of that somewhere, but it's not overbearing. Have some dosa. She's happy with the Moode.
Very much.
I'm
enjoying them.
Also a bit of tartness from the fermentation in that dosa. You can definitely taste a bit of that green chili punch in that palya. What I love is the freshness of the coconut in that chutney.
The the sambar is very good.
Yeah. Light flavor of the tur dal, no? And also the hingu, tomato, onions, a bit of the seasoning. It's a sambar that's quite delicate in its flavors. I think the spiciest thing in this dosa is the heat that you taste in that palya. There's definitely some green chilies that probably gets crushed along with the potatoes. For me, the flavorful part of this dosa is that palya. Very good. You know, every dosa has its own personality. This is a dosa that is crisp and thin.
You can try afternoon lunch also.
Maybe the next time. Thank you. I'm getting recommendations for the lunch too here at Woodlands restaurant. And towards the end, when you have no palya to pair with that dosa, that's when that chutney comes handy. You start paying a little more attention to it. To me, in this dosa, that palya was very special. Very flavorful, spicy, seasoned well, and certainly the start of that masala dosa. The Woodlands restaurant masala dosa. The sambar very gentle. Also, I think the reason why you like the sambar Shri is that it's not sweet. So you like the Tamil sambar, right? And in this sambar there is none of the sweetness. There's no jaggery.
So sweet.
Huh?
Nice and light. At the same time, it has its flavors in place.
So in a good sambar, the heart of it, you want to taste the lentils. The flavor of the hingu too, and of course also that it helps work against the effects of the lentils. And then there's that mild, sweet tartness, acidity of the tomato. And unlike many sambars that you will taste in this region, where you will definitely find some of the jaggery and its sweetness, out here in this sambar, you're not really tasting any of that. Every sambar has its own nuance, has its own appeal. I love a good Tamil sambar too because of the fact that it carries the weight of the lentils. And I also appreciate a good South Canara sambar because of a slight touch of sweetness in my mind, which complements the spice, the sourness.
It was a very good breakfast, especially for me. It's very healthy also. I didn't have any of the dosas or puris.
Sri is also insinuating that my food choices aren't the healthiest, which is actually a fact. But then I tasted for you, so that all of you watching the show, whether it's on Food Lovers TV or here on the Kripal Amanna vlogs, know what to expect. But for now, I'm looking forward to that coffee, just to seal things. This is my kind of coffee. I want it to be a little strong. I want that coffee, the bitterness of the coffee to express itself, and the sugar very restrained. I think morningly, if you don't have that half cup of coffee, it is made well. And usually Sri is the one who makes the coffee at home.
Bye.
Bye, see you, bye-bye.
See you again.
Bye. I love the confidence that kids have these days. And I think that's great because the world is very different from the time that we grew up. So I remember in those days we were encouraged to be seen but not be heard, no?
We weren't allowed to voice our opinions so much, and
Yeah, so I guess different times. I mean, of course, kids today I think are very assertive, very vocal, and I think which is nice because that's what's required in today's day and age, I suppose. If you find yourself in Udupi and you want a good breakfast, I think Woodlands restaurant would certainly do the job. For me, the dosa was very nice, especially that palya. The Moode was very good too. The buns are nice and the sort that would satisfy a mangalore bun craving. Also, service here is a sort that's very quick. So you come, sit down, order, and in a few minutes it's on your table. So that's it from Woodlands restaurant here in Udupi. Until the next time, take care, stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
And also what I really love about places like these is that the fare is quite inexpensive. So all that we ate and also some of the things that my driver ate, all in all we are under 500 rupees for this meal.
very much interested in your shows.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Are you from Udupi?
Yeah.
I've been watching almost 1.5 years, I believe.
Yeah.
The palak soup is delicious. You must try. You must try. That's
Palak
our.
soup.
It's been 10 years we are coming here.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same.
See you.
I'm really happy to meet you.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I'm told that the lunch that they do at Woodlands too is rather special. So we learned here about the palak soup, and I'm also told the South Indian thali is a no onion, no garlic sort of a thali, because there are many pilgrims who come here to Udupi to visit the temple, and I suppose that's why they do a special version of the thali. The South Indian thali that's done in the afternoon has no onion, no garlic, just in case someone wants to know. They do that.